Welcome back, everyone. Today we will be stitching the zodiac symbol for Capricorn. You can see it right here on my paper, and then you can see it right here in the corner of my fabric. We will be using DMC C820 today. We're going to be using all 6 strands. This is a bit fluffier than our normal 6 cotton, but go ahead and thread your needle. You can go ahead and make a knot at the bottom of your thread. I like to make 2 knots, but that's just because I like even numbers. You can make 1 and it should just be enough. Now that our needle is threaded, we're going to go ahead and start. I'm starting at the tail end. You are free to start at the top. It just depends on preference. And I am actually going to tighten my stand real quick, so give me just a second here. All right, now that that is done, we're going to go ahead and make a simple stitch. Try to keep your stitches uniform and small. It does help when stitching curved designs. So we're just going to make a small stitch. If your thread is a bit fluffy or fraying a little bit, you can always use the needle to help it lay flat. Next, we're going to come up just a little bit away from it, just as if you were doing a regular back stitch. But instead of going right in front of the last stitch we made, we're going to go right down in the middle of it. This is called a split back stitch. This is my preferred way to do split stitch. There are other ways to do it. This is just my preferred method. And from here, we're just going to make another stitch, and I went a little bit too close, so I'm going to come a little bit farther away. And then just like last time, we're going to go right back down in the center of the last stitch we made and pull through. And once again, we're going to come up, and here we go. Then we're going to go right back down through the middle of the last stitch. And from here, you basically just continue along the design all the way until it's complete. And again, if your stitches are laying a bit fluffy or the threads are a little uneven, you can always just use your needle and lay them flat again. And here for the curve, you're just going to make small stitches and go along the circle with really tiny stitches. It seems a little bit silly, but it is better to do smaller stitches when doing a circle shape like this, especially when it's this tiny. Larger stitches won't give you the round shape that you're after. I'm going to go ahead and speed this up a bit and finish off the design. Before I ended today, I wanted to show you how I finish off my threads in the back. So we're going to go ahead and flip our hoops over. And as you can see, I have this really long tail here that I'm just going to trim up, and I'm leaving enough on the hoop itself that I can manipulate and tie just 1 or 2 knots on the back. I'm just going to go ahead and trim, snip, snip. And I like to take, because I'm using 6 strands, I will take 3 strands in each hand, and I will just make a few little knots on the back just to secure it in place, and it won't go anywhere from there. And then you just go ahead and trim up the edges so it's not a super long tail hanging off the back. You can see up here where I ended my couching stitch from day 2, and that's where I started. So they're just little tiny tails on the back, and yeah, that's it. Day 3 is now complete, and you can just go ahead and flip your hoop over and you're ready to move on. See you guys next time.